Sup Dogs? This is the first fight recap I've ever done on here, and I got the boy, Jordan Zendejas.
What's good, players?
He's here. He is... When's your fight date?
August 26th in Houston, Texas.
H-Town. He's MMA, Muay Thai, kickboxing prospect on the way up. When was your last fight? You just won?
The 5th? I don't know. Is it... Shit. I don't know the exact date on it, but it was about a month ago.
About a month ago, you took a belt home, right?
Took that shiny steel plate home. It was nice to get a belt wrapped around my waist. Beat some dude who was undefeated. Talked shit to him before and during the fight. It was a good time. Pretty successful venture.
Yeah, man. It seems like you're coming into your own. Well, I'm sure we'll talk about it towards the end, but right now, we got to recap a dope motherfucking fight card, dude.
UFC 211 in Dallas.
211 was the shit. I really was psyched for this card, and it, like, super delivered.
Yeah, I was stoked for all the fights. Like, pretty much every fight that was on the main card besides that Jotko and David Branch guy.
Yeah, that fight was not very good,
That
man.
fight ate... Well, that fight was the physical manifestation of eating ass, but in, like, the octagon.
just an ass-eat fest in the octagon for 15 minutes.
Ass Eat Fest 211. That was
Hashtag Ass Eat Fest 211.
Yeah, like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with eating ass. I'm an advocate of it, personally, but holy shit, man, you can't do that in the cage. Ain't no ass eating in the cage.
No. Yeah, man, there were some good ones. I think... You didn't get to see the James Vick fight, I know, but he just murked Polo Reyes, and then he just straight up called the UFC out like a motherfucker. He's like, I'm 7-1, bitch, give me my fucking fights.
Damn.
Like, he's just going off on him.
That's real. Vicks is kind of local in the Texas scene, too. Like, I know a few guys that have trained with him, and they say that dude's a badass.
Yeah, he's a monster. But the one you did get to see, Chase Sherman, Rashad Coulter, that one's actually pretty close to you, right?
Yeah, that one was a cool fight. Like, it was. You don't see heavyweights go at it like that very often, but they fucking went at it. And what's pretty cool is one of my training partners, Justin Ledet, actually beat Chase Sherman in his debut. He beat that. He won that one by decision. Basically, turned his face into a pizza. And then Rashad Coulter actually just knocked out one of my teammates before debuting in the UFC. But it was a pretty crazy fight.
No, they commenced to whooping each other's ass, dude. It was like, at first it looked like Sherman was just like taking off
with those leg kicks,
and then Coulter was like, nah, fuck that. Just went swinging.
He gave him the ghetto hands.
The ghetto hands.
Yeah, like, you know, there are certain things that, you know, guys that are insiders in the sport like to call, you know, certain styles, but no, that was all ghetto hands.
No, that was just straight hood, just throwing down.
That was the ghetto hands. Like, that dude's got like a cage tatted on his chest. He's not swinging anything besides the ghetto hands.
All right, now we're getting into where I know you started watching fights. Jason Knight beat Chas Skelly, TKO third round.
Hell yeah. That one was pretty entertaining. Like, that one was kind of like it had a bunch of good grappling sequences. It had a lot of rubber guard.
Yeah, they did not stop. There was like a 3-minute period where I don't think they sat in a position. Like, it was just constant, dude.
It was pretty sweet.
It was one of like the latest stoppages I have ever seen.
Oh my god,
Holy
dude.
Shit.
Oh my god, those punches. He's like holding his wrist and like battering this dude.
Yeah, for real. It's like if you just held someone's arm behind them and pinned their other arm to the ground and just commenced to whooping their ass with the other hand for 20 seconds.
It was bad. We need to stop using Texas refs when the UFC comes to town.
Texas and New York just like to shit.
They don't know what's going on.
And you want to talk about shit in the show? First off, wait, I'm not done talking about this one. We got to break it down a little more. I think Jason Knight's going to be pretty fucking effective at 145.
Yeah, he's fun to watch. I mean, he looks like he has a lot of fun on the feet, and he swings. And then he's also got a good little guard. He's got good sweeps and attacks.
And he's young, too, man. I mean, you got to look like 145 at the top is pretty old. You got Jose Aldo, you got Frankie Edgar. That's your top two right there.
Yeah.
I mean, Max Holloway, he's young, but
young
Jason Knight's younger than him.
Yeah.
So I think he's got a lot of room to Bro, I can't wait to talk about Frankie Edgar in a second, dude.
God damn it. I can.
What, you don't like Frankie Edgar?
Dog, fuck Frankie Edgar.
What? Why?
Dude, just because you beat BJ Penn and you run around like a little bitch.
Run around like a little bitch.
Dude.
He's one of the best of all time.
Dude, yeah, at eating ass.
I thought we discussed that with Jotko Branch.
Man, Jocko Branch ate way more ass than Frankie Edgar's entire career. But those are the only two things that I have to... no, once we get to that Maya one, that one's going to be bad too. But still, man, Oh, yeah, Alvarez and Poirier, too.
Oh,
Speaking of eating ass.
That's the next one on the horizon right now. You want to talk about that one?
Yeah,
because that one's interesting with the no contest and the knees and.
Dude, fuck that. That should have been a DQ.
You know what my issue is with? I think because you remember the Weidman knee Musasi thing,
Musasi
where
one?
New York just kind of took a shit on themselves, didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I don't even think they've adopted the new rules yet.
No, Texas hadn't adopted the rules.
Yeah, Texas didn't.
And I think Herb Dean, for not knowing the rules, made the right call in saying a no contest, because at least it didn't completely just fuck someone. But there's no replay. You can't look at a replay with the new rules, so he had to go off his first judgment.
He couldn't do instant replay, which, I mean, like we said, Texas hasn't adopted the new rules, so it's just like, why didn't Herb, as a ref, like, I feel like that should be part of his job. Like, if you're reffing that night and you're in Texas, like, regardless of what promotion, like, you're reffing for, like, you should do your homework and be like, oh, I'm reffing in Texas, they don't knee on the ground here yet. So I feel like he kind of dropped the ball, and he told Alvarez that first knee was legal, and so he told him to keep going. And then after Poirier hits the ground, because he's like, oh, I don't know, I guess we got to think about the new rules, hits the ground, and then Alvarez throws another knee that was like 100% intentional.
Oh yeah, that one was, I don't think it was intentional, it was definitely illegal.
Yeah, it was illegal as shit.
I don't think it was intentional. I mean, you know as well as I do, you're kind of in the moment, you're not like looking, is both his knees off the ground? Knee. Like, no, you're just kind of throwing. Yeah,
I just feel like, even from that way, like, I feel like everyone has enough depth perception at that angle.
Well, he had his head on his back.
Yeah, but you can feel somebody, like, drop straight to both their knees. Yeah. I was just like, man...
It definitely was illegal, but I think he handled it better because he went with his first gut decision than the dude in New York,
going on replay,
who was like, no, not the replay thing don't matter. Like, but in New York, there is no replay, and the dude was like, that's illegal. And then he was like, no, it's illegal. No, it's illegal. Now it's legal.
They kept flopping.
Like, at least Herb Dean was like, it's a no contest. That's it. Like, at least it was... It wasn't the right call, but for not having a replay, I think he did a pretty damn good job.
See, I think I'm just kind of sour on the whole thing, because I hate seeing the wrong, decision happen. Especially, I'm only saying that because Poirier was, like, putting on a show against Alvarez, like... And I think that fight kind of showed everybody that Alvarez doesn't know what the fuck he's doing with a southpaw that can throw a 1-2. I mean, you kind of saw that with Conor. Either he can't deal with the 1-2 or he can't deal with the straight left, because Conor kind of polished him off with the 2-3-2. But
it works so good with his style, because he's just such like a bulldog, like coming forward, those straights, especially if you get your foot outside of his.
Yeah, he's real boxy.
Yeah.
But it just showed, like, he didn't make any adjustments, couldn't get to Poirier until Poirier got kind of reckless. But Poirier was, like, picking him apart. Like, it was like 1-2, 1-1-2, fade out 2.
I think they'll do it again.
Yeah, I think they'll do it again, and I hope Poirier can, continue. I didn't really see Eddie shoot that much. He shot, like, once or twice, and Poirier kind of just threw him off. But I hope he's able to do that again, because that's a solid win for Poirier.
Over a former champ.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a step in the right direction for him, because he's very hitter. He'll win 2, lose 1, win 2, lose 1, and he's got potential to be great.
Yeah, Poirier's fun as shit to watch.
Yeah,
and I don't know what he's doing with his hair. He's growing hair now.
Yeah, it's kind of different to see him have that flip.
Yeah,
he was a good looking man. I'll give it to him.
Yeah, with that damn shaved head though, he looks like a real skinny version of Edward Norton from American History X. But now he looks like a normal dude who's turning his life around. You want to talk about
American History X? That Jason Knight dude could potentially be an Aryan brother. I don't know.
Dude, he might be. He sounds real Southern.
That dude gives me a vibe of he might have done some really terrible
He's
things.
from Mississippi. I think they said he's from Mississippi.
Yeah.
There's some mud runners over there.
All right, now that we've covered Alvarez Poirier, unless you got any more on that.
No, man.
You want to talk about the ass eating?
The ass eating?
It's time for ass eating.
Oh, man.
It was a split decision ass eat, so someone almost ate ass a little better than the other, you would say.
It was a bad time. I think it should have been a unanimous, but, like, whenever they said split, I was like, dude, the other Jotko or Jotko didn't do shit. Neither did David Branch, though. David Branch, okay, so if I'm going to, like, call a winner, I'm calling Branch because he controlled the pace and, like, where the fight was. But he still didn't do shit. Jotko at least ran around spinning and shit, and that was, like, cool for, like, 5 seconds.
It's like ballet for a second.
Yeah, it was bad, man. Like, I get that Jotko guy or Hotko, I don't even know. I don't know how to...
I feel like Jotko, since your old nickname used to be Jot, I feel like if you had a company that ran anything, it'd be Jotko. That's all I can think when I hear it.
We just invent random-ass products for no reason.
Like, what would your product be?
Like, oh, y'all don't know. It's like Kelso Co. from that 70s show where Taco Co. from The League, where he's just making, like random fucking inventions, and that's what he's selling to people.
That's what
Jotko is like. Oh, back to this fight. 8 ass. Boring. I don't even know. I know that they're not going to let that David Branch guy back on pay-per-view for a long time.
You know who he looks like, dude? Did you ever watch Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy?
Yeah.
Do you remember Black Dracula? Where he's like, Dracula,
straight,
then bite. Or straight, then lick.
He had those chopped pubes.
He had the same chop.
He had, like, pubes. Like, we were talking about that, like, while we were watching the fight, and I'm just like, man, it looks like he really just shaved his pubes and put them right along the side of his face. It was bad. I've never seen facial hair that patchy on a grown man. Because that dude looked like he was, like, 34. Should not be having patchy hair like that.
He looked like a dude you'd see walk into a 7-Eleven at 4 a.m. to buy, like, 2 Natty Lights.
He looked like LeVar Johnson, but really small and
like
boring.
if LeVar Johnson got some sort of immune disease and it just sucked his weight down. Or he wasn't on steroids his whole career.
Hell yeah. Because, like... and then he just got good on the ground. I don't know. I can't even say... The guy's a jiu-jitsu black belt, but, like... Fuck, the other guy's not supposed to be that good of a grappler. Like, he should have finished him. If he's a real black belt, like, should have gone out there and subbed him pretty easily.
Alright. This one's gonna make you upset, because I know this one's your boy. Frankie Edgar beat Yair Rodriguez, second round.
Oh, man.
Doctor stoppage. Which I saw coming.
My homie. I was really upset by that one because I love Yair Rodriguez.
I was Frankie Edgar all day, but I'm white, so I like to pull for that guy. That's not even a racist thing. Just white people love Frankie Edgar.
I'm kind of white too, but man, that was some shit, man. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that fight. I'm upset about it because I think it was just bad matchmaking. How are you gonna go from fighting BJ Penn, who's shouldn't be fighting, to hey, you know what? We're just going to put you against the second best guy in the division who's not Conor McGregor. Like, it's just like, I don't know. I
think you said that backwards.
Yeah. Who's, like, the best guy in the division besides, like, all the champs. You got, as far as I'm concerned, you still have 3 champions at that weight, and it's stupid. But we're going to get that settled in, like, a month. But still, you got Aldo, Holloway, and McGregor, and Edgar can't beat any of those guys. Like, period.
I'd like to see Edgar Holloway.
Edgar Holloway would be cool, but I think Holloway's length would be too much. I feel like he's a little bit more disciplined than Rodriguez, especially when he's stopping takedowns.
Well, the thing about Rodriguez, though, is he's young as shit, dude.
Yeah, that dude's 24.
And that's what Edgar was saying in his post-fight. He's like, it's just, I have too much experience on the dude. I've just done it too long.
Yeah.
And that was the key to that fight. It's not necessarily a bad matchup. It's Yair can take from that fight, and he's going to have an amazing career after this loss, I think, because he'll see what he actually needs. Rather than just murking people,
yeah,
he'll actually know what he needs to work on.
Yeah, he ran into a little brick shit fest in that fight. Like, he was kicking people in the face, he was flipping around and doing all that cool shit, and then he ran into Frankie Edgar and his little boulder shoulders that could.
Little boulder shoulders that could.
That squirmy little son of a bitch managed to not get hit at all in that fight, and I was just like, God damn it, man. It was awful.
What do you think's next for both of them? Where do you think they go? Because Frankie Edgar's in a weird spot, dude. Like, if Holloway wins, he's obviously getting that fight.
Yeah.
If Aldo wins, it's gonna be. I don't know if he's gonna get it.
That's gonna be a mean ass co-main event on a card. That's what I said about shit. What fight? Oh, the next one. But no, man. I think Edgar gets the title shot if Holloway wins. But if Aldo wins, which I really don't think is gonna happen, but I think if Aldo wins, he's gonna wait it out more. I mean, Aldo obviously doesn't have a problem with waiting out for fights. I mean, he's done it pretty much his entire tenure in the UFC, but he's not the most active dude in the UFC. Like,
I think his heart is still like, I want McGregor at 55 or 45.
He's just like, but I'll settle for you fuckboys at 45.
And depending on if the Mayweather-McGregor thing happens, or if McGregor-Diaz 3 happens, Aldo's got a long-ass wait, especially if both of those happen.
Yeah.
Because there's no other fight that's going to happen in the UFC that's not Diaz-McGregor if McGregor comes back.
Yeah.
Because it's just so much money, dude.
Yeah, I don't think Khabib can. I don't know. There are just a lot of fights for McGregor, but I don't think that Aldo's on the
I don't think he's on
priority
the
list.
No.
Yeah, he's not on the.
He's got at least 2 fights he's got to sit through. So
yeah,
there's a long way for him to go if he wins.
Yeah, but for featherweight, man, Frankie Edgar, he just straight up can't beat Aldo. Like, I don't think he can. I don't think he's going to get starched by Aldo.
I wouldn't mind seeing it again because they're always fun fights.
Yeah.
So if they were to do a third, I wouldn't be mad about it. But I'd much rather see him Holloway fight.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
just
interesting.
Just to mix up the division a little bit,
Yeah, that'd be interesting, but I think maybe... I know it sounds stupid, but I think that regardless of, who won and who lost, I think Cub Swanson might get either one of them at this point. Like, I know he just fought kind of like a really, really shiny can in Artem. But, man, Cub Swanson's doing real well for himself. I think he's got like a 3 or 4 fight win streak.
The only bad thing is when Edgar fought Swanson, it was a one-sided...
Yeah, he beat his ass.
Demolished. Like, it wasn't even close.
Yeah, he beat his ass. And,
I think Swanson
Yair,
but then
Yair would be dope.
Rodriguez is your pony boy. Like, you want to build that dude up because he's got so many Mexico fans. Would you want to throw him another killer like Swanson? Because then if he drops 2 in a row,
I don't think so, man.
He loses all the pizzazz.
I think maybe even give him someone like, if Charles Oliveira's still at 45, that'd be cool.
One. Or even Artem. Give him Artem.
Yeah, Artem. Oh my God, he'd kick. I was gonna say give him somebody like the Korean Superboy. You know how cool that fight would be?
That'd be a very fun fight.
That'd be cool as hell.
Doo Ho Choi.
Yeah, the boy Doo Ho Choi.
That should be his real nickname.
The boy Kun Doom Choi.
Kun Doom.
Kun Doom.
If I was a black dude, that could be
Doom Choi.
That should be David Branch's nickname.
Oh my God.
David the Kun Doom Branch.
No, dude, he doesn't get a cool nickname.
David Ass Eater Winner Branch.
Ass eating at the ass eating machine. No, that's what somebody tried to call me the other day. The 205-pound lean mean ass eating machine, and I'm like, bro, that's too long to put on any card that I'm fighting for. I'm gonna be honest.
I would love to hear Bruce Buffer yell that though.
The lean mean ass eating machine.
Tell me you could keep a straight face in the ring if he yelled
I wouldn't be able to. As soon as I heard ass, I'd laugh. Or eating. Or machine.
Or anything.
I
guess.
I'm a giggly guy.
Alright. I'm ready for... This wouldn't even be ass eating. This is more just they tongued an ass for you, I would imagine. Damian Maia, Jorge Masvidal.
Man, I used to make fun of Masvidal because I've got a friend of mine who gave him the greatest nickname, or that was a good play on words for a last name that I've ever heard in my life. And it was Maz fit all that dick in his mouth. And I still laugh whenever I see Masvidal like do anything. Just at that thought, but man, he's kicking ass. Like, that dude easily last night, like after the Cerrone fight and stuff, and after the was it Ellenberger who he beat up?
Yeah.
That fight and the Cerrone fight, like, I was just like, man, Masvidal's kind of killing it now. Because you know how you're seeing that weird, for a while, like for the past 2 years, I guess, we've seen that influx of like kind of indie talent outside of the UFC kind of hitting their stride and kicking ass. Like, you got Bellator guys and Strikeforce guys and guys like that are really hitting their stride in the UFC, and they're kind of kicking ass. And I think Masvidal, it took him a little bit longer, but he's finding his groove, and he's doing real well in the UFC now, which is cool. I mean, he's a 55er, first off. Like, he fought at 55 most of his career. And at 70, he just looks like a normal athletic dude. Like, nothing real special about him, but, you know, I think he approaches the game real smooth. I think he has a really different mindset than a lot of the dudes. But fuck, Damian Maia, man, he needs to change his. I don't even think he has a nickname, but his nickname needs to be the Human Backpack. It's like, you think you're gonna beat me at 170? Well, pack a lunch, bitch.
Dude, I wasn't impressed with Masvidal after Cerrone. I was still skeptical, but after last night, seeing him defend Maia for 3 rounds and then hurt him, like, I thought it all depends on if you're a control guy or a damage guy. If you're a damage guy, Masvidal won that fight. If you're a control dude, Maia won that fight because I went to split. But just being able to watching Maia beat Condit in 3 minutes and then watch Jorge Masvidal go 3 rounds and shake him off and stuff takedowns was insane, dude.
It was super impressive. I was just like, God damn.
Blew me away.
Little scrappy Puerto Rican fuck is just... He's scrappy, man. I don't know how he survived. Like, some dudes can't survive Maia on their back for 1 minute. He did it for 3 rounds.
His kicks are so powerful and are not ever telegraphed to the leg. Like, you don't see him coming. He's standing in front of you, then all of a sudden the other dude's leg's out from underneath him.
Yeah, he was doing some damage. Like, he wasn't really throwing as many punches as I thought he was going to throw, but he's also more of a counter-striker with the punches. But damn, he was throwing hard kicks. He was throwing, kicks to the leg, and he hurt him with a kick to the body in the 3rd round. And that one was pretty cool. But at the end of that 1st round, when he turned him around and he just started whooping Maia's ass, I was like, dude, I'm a fan. Like,
yeah, he won me over last night.
Yeah, that was like one of the coolest moments of the night for me, was just to see him turn around, and as soon as he got the opportunity, was just trying to blast him. And I was like, hell yeah, screw Damian Maia. When he got up all wobbly, I was like, hell yeah.
That's one thing. Like, there's certain fight, like you were saying, you don't ever see people throw strikes on turnarounds like that.
Yeah.
Same thing whenever Dillashaw fought Barao the first time. Usually when someone misses a kick and they do that little spin, you just kind of chill. Anytime Barao would miss a kick, TJ would rush him and hit him with shots. And, like, I never saw anyone do that before.
Yeah, it's cool because a lot of people in MMA don't... a lot of schools don't teach those little in-the-moment shots.
Yeah, like attacking
off of a break or off of a grappling exchange. Because a lot of people, they get used to, they get used to shadow boxing, and they're like, oh, I can throw this, and they don't, after a combo, and they turn around after a kick, their hands aren't always up. But if you see some schools teach it, they, all schools do that typical, hands up at all times and this and that. But a lot of people aren't super aware after they throw a combination.
Yeah. Because
that's how it's going to be in a fight. Because, like, some dude's going to rush you after you mess up on a combination.
Exactly. Like, look how in the UFC a lot, how much damage comes from one fighter throwing off a break and the other when they push off. It's kind of... It's same, like you said, in training you do that, where let's say we're working a clinch drill, and then when the drill's over, or you beat me, I just kind of let it happen because the drill's done.
Yeah,
and then if you do that in a fight, your brain's going to revert back to that when you're getting the shit hit out of you. You're going to... Same thing whenever Barao misses a kick, thinking, okay, I missed this kick, whatever, I'm just going to reset. And then before he could...
He's got somebody
Dillashaw's hitting him in the face. Same thing with the other. Maya's like, okay, I'm getting up off the break, it's all good. Next thing you know, Masvidal's running your ass down the cage, beating the shit out of you.
Yeah, see, one thing that I've learned is that in a lot of kickboxing, since I switched to just training straight kickboxing and Muay Thai for now, or in the past few months, it's a real different rhythm, because in training, or if you watch, some, like a lion fights or a glory card, you'll see somebody miss a kick and try to go back into their rhythm, and then that other guy will be throwing a kick off that rhythm to counteract it and then move into his groove and to take the other guy off of his groove. And you'll see that a lot if you watch a lot of traditional Muay Thai gyms. You'll see them breaking each other's rhythm all the time, so they're not... that's one of the things that my coach right now actually broke me of coming from MMA, because they go right off that broken rhythm of that missed kick or that misangled punch or whatever. They go right off of that, and so you've got to be ready to defend yourself off of everything. You've got to be ready to, for a guy to kick you, and then you got to kick right back. You see that all the time.
I had that same, because I did jiu-jitsu for a straight year, just jiu-jitsu. And then I went and trained with Jordan because I wanted to do stand-up again. And unfortunately got to do one training session because I got my eye all fucked up. And I'll talk about that after all these fights because I haven't even told Jordan about it yet.
Glaucoma.
And it's not a glaucoma. It's legit a surgery, dude. But, no. The differences that you see, dude, because, like, I've trained with you for, 5 years, 6 years?
Yep.
And we did MMA for the last year. 6 months he's been doing just only kickboxing, and I went in, and the rhythm is so much, and the angles are different. Like, there were certain angles I could take from MMA that gave openings because they weren't used to them. But, like, I was used to slipping my head lower or dipping this and that, or when I miss a kick, I'd be lazy bringing it back. You can't do that there, dude. There were kids there were 15-year-olds who've been doing that lighting my ass up because they're just... It's a different rhythm, man.
Some bad boys there at that Muay Thai corner in Pasadena, Texas.
Muay Thai corner is the shit. It really is. That place is badass. Anyone in the Houston area, because that's probably going to be most people listening to this right now, is in Houston. If you want martial arts or self-defense or anything, dude, I can say that's the place to go if you want stand-up for sure.
Hell yeah. We teach traditional Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Teaching them Muay Thai leg kicks, and then we do the bamboo rolling and all that. It's pretty bad, man, but yeah, like we're saying, switching over to straight Muay Thai was a tough transition.
It's a rude awakening.
Oh yeah, it sucked, man, because I was taking MMA angles
and you're getting kicked in the fucking face.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, this will give me pot shots, and if it okay, it's either gonna go one or two ways. If you're gonna take MMA angles,
it's either going to land perfectly or you're getting your head kicked off.
Yeah,
that's what I found.
If you're fighting somebody with good instincts that knows what they're doing, you're going to get kicked either right in the chest as you come down, or you're going to get kicked right in the side of the head as you're down there. Or you're going to get those angles, but then guess what? These fucking Thai strikers are right back a second later squared up with you ready to throw, whatever combination that they want to get off. And it's insane.
It's just a different game, man. It's a completely different sport.
But now I'm kicking these boys' heads off. It's fun.
I can't wait to get back. And I'll tell you why I can't after we break down these last two fights. Because we still got to do Andrade getting whooped by Zendejas. But, dude, Andrade is tough as fuck.
Dude, that little
bulldog
shit
took some shots, yo.
She is a tough girl, but she is not a smart girl. And that's what me and, like, my entire group of friends, that we're watching the fight together, and we're like, man, why isn't this girl's corner telling her to do something other than walk forward? Because it worked for like 10 seconds in the first round, and Jacek got that weird ass hematoma ant bite looking thing right in the middle of her forehead or whatever. But man, that other girl didn't do shit. Oh, she landed those takedowns, then Jacek was up like 4 seconds later. Like, it was bad.
She's tough as fuck, though, dude. And that's just the difference between young Jacek and everyone else. And no one's saying it now, in my head. Like, no one said it about Rousey. Like, they're like, man, Rousey's so dominant, she's a fucking world beater. But her talent wasn't up to that level, then along comes Holly Holm, Amanda Nunes.
Yeah.
And I think Zendejas is like Rousey, but not in judo and striking. Like,
yeah.
She's just over everybody in that aspect. But I think once the talent pool... Because the talent pool, again, isn't as deep.
It's got to catch up.
You have... Like, look at the top 5, 6. You got Claudia Gadelia, Rose Namajunas, Michelle Watterson, who Rose just beat, Paige Van Zant, who got whooped by both, Joanne Calderwood, who got whooped by both. It's just not a deep division, man. Yeah,
it's not a very deep pool. It's still a young division. I know they had Invicta.
Well, that's the good thing about Invicta bringing them up, though. It's bringing new talent in.
Yeah, they get a lot of experience over there, and it's real cool for them. And that's a women's only promotion, and which that's great for women's MMA. I'm a huge advocate for it. I love watching girls scrap. It's super dope, especially the ones that know what they're doing.
I think Carolina is a very good. I like watching her fight.
Kowalkiewicz.
Yeah, I think she's a very good. I like watching her fight a lot.
Yeah, her and Gadelha is going to be a cool little fight.
I'm really excited for that.
Because I'm personally in love with Claudia Gadelha.
I'm personally in love with Carolina, dude.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
My future baby mama versus yours.
We're going to have to put money on that shit.
We might have to, man.
How much you want?
20?
I'll put 20 on it.
Hell yeah. Shake.
Done.
Hell yeah.
All right.
But yeah, man, Gadelha, like, that's a tiny girl right there, and her's cute.
She's a brick shit house there.
She is, dude. She's swole. Like, could you imagine? She's like 5'1", maybe.
I won't lie. When her and Jędrzejczyk had to fight, since none of them can speak clear English, their shit talking pissed me off. They're just like, "Shut up!
Shut up!
I hit your face! I hit your face! Shut up!"
It was bad.
I hit your and for 6 months, like, come on.
That's what we're gonna see with the Nunes and Shevchenko crap talk. Did you see that press conference?
UFC 215.
UFC 215, the SAP button. It was bad, man.
UFC 215. Closed caption.
Like Nunes was she's trying to like hype herself up, I guess. I mean, she really doesn't need to go off anything besides the fact that, you know, she's the chick that smashed Misha and Ronda. Like, that's super cool, you know? But she's trying to talk some crap, and I don't think Brazilians can really get away with it. At least not in the U.S. Like, if you're going to talk crap in Portuguese.
Because the accent just throws it all off.
Yeah, the accent throws off all the crap talkery.
Did you see Michael Chiesa and Kevin Lee?
Yeah, that was dumb.
I
think Chiesa's just trying to play it up.
I think he's trying to hype the fight up.
Yeah, which, I mean,
smart.
That's smart on him because I think he kind of gets that notion that nobody gives a shit about what he's doing.
Yeah, and that just made us talk about it just now. It's gonna make a lot of people give a shit. You see Jones Cormier?
Jones Cormier is gonna be great.
Jones gonna fuck him up. Dude.
I hope not.
Jones gonna fuck him up.
I know it's likely, but god damn it, I hope not. I hope that the same Jones that showed up to fight OSP shows up to fight DC.
But if the same DC that showed up to fight fucking Rumble Johnson, he's gonna get murked too. It's just gonna be ass licking.
Dude,
UFC 214.
The booty ain't safe.
The booty ain't safe.
Man, those guys are gonna go crazy. Like, but the thing is, I posted the other day, I don't know how many of the listeners have seen Mean Girls, but when Gretchen Wieners is trying to make fetch happen, and Regina George tells her, "Stop trying to make fetch happen. It ain't gonna happen." I posted, man, when the UFC makes Jones versus Cormier, or announces it again, I posted that meme right there because I'm like, man, quit trying to make Jones and DC happen. It's not gonna happen again. I don't know, dude. Every time these guys get paired up, like some shitstorm hits. Like DC gets hurt, or Jones, you know, does coke or whatever, or gets hurt, or is hitting girls.
His rebuttal, though, where DC was talking shit and he goes, "I whooped your ass after a 3-day cocaine bender." I was like, God damn.
That's just weird, dude. Like, he needs to stop trying to play off of that. I don't know.
Nah, dude, he needs to own being the bad guy. Fuck it.
I don't think he's capable of doing that, because I think he, like, too much of him, like, I think he's just a really, really, like, personally, I don't like John Jones, but if I'm going to give an honest assessment of him, I think he's a really self-righteous human being. Regardless of whether or not you're a good or a bad person, you can be very self-righteous. I think he's a shitty person, but I think he's too self-righteous to think that he's a shitty person. And accept that. Because sometimes in life, you got to accept that you're a shitty person. Exhibit A, and I'm pointing to myself. Like, I know I'm shitty sometimes, but I own that. I just don't think John Jones can own up to the fact that he's shitty.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of his personality, but I love watching him fight, and I think he's gonna fuck up Daniel Cormier.
He's crazy in the cage.
I think he's gonna fuck him up.
He's worlds better than anybody doing anything right now. It sucks.
We've gotten soft. Fucking, we didn't even finish the. What's
we're talking about the co-main event. Yo, Jacek basically picked this little chick apart. This little shit tank.
Who's a? All right, fuck it. Let's just go to the next fight. Fucking Stipe, JDS, which I assumed was going to be like that.
Stipe?
I thought it was going to be a 4th round TKO, but no, he just decided to get him out of there early, dude.
They were banging. They were going after each other, and Stipe just so happened to take that same goddamn angle he took on
Verdum.
He took on Verdum with that straight right. And but it wasn't going backwards. It was like he just planted, turned him around, bang, and that was it. Because once you get a guy coming towards you at a certain angle, which I don't know why JDS chose to go forward right off the cage instead of circle out when he has that open angle, but that's the same exact thing that Verdum did against him with that angle. And it's just that straight short right, and boom, they both got clipped the same way, except Verdum basically died. And JDS just got hurt, and he was stuck in the turtle position.
I don't get why JDS fighting Stipe, his game plan was to just keep his ass against the cage the whole fight. That's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea.
I mean, maybe he didn't want to aggress because he saw, again, what happened to Verdum. But you also can't let Stipe come in on you. Yeah,
exactly. If you let... The thing that I'm saying about Stipe being champ, I think there are only, I don't think JDS is going to be the guy to stop his run. I think that it's either going to be Kane or it's actually going to be Overeem.
I would say Francis Ngannou would catch him with a shot.
That man
and knock him out.
Is terrifying.
Yeah. I think he would be like... You remember how JDS took the belt from Kane?
Yeah.
I feel like if Stipe loses, that's how he's going to lose. It's going to be a one-shot out.
I could see that. That Ngannou guy is just a goddamn Terminator from hell.
That dude is... legit, just a creation from the devil himself.
Yeah, he's French. He's a huge black dude, shredded to the gills, and he has and he has predator hair.
Yeah.
Wait, he had some weird Africa Mbatu.
No, he put lightning bolts in it. Last time, right?
And they were red or some shit. Yeah. I was like, nope, fuck that. When he knocked out Arlovsky the way he knocked him out, I know he can basically blow on Arlovsky's chin and he passes out. But, shit, man, he violently knocked him the fuck out. It was rude.
Do you think Stipe Kane is ever going to happen?
I hope so, if Kane gets on his shit and starts beating dudes up. I mean...
Well, he's injured right now.
Yeah, he's injured right now, but he's always injured. It's like...
Yeah, it's constant. I don't know why he's so injury-prone, dude, because, they say it's AKA, but Daniel Cormier's not that injured all the time.
Yeah, DC's been
hurt
twice.
Luke Rockhold's not that injured. No, Luke Rockhold's never been out. No, he's out for one injury. So.
Yeah, he's done one or two, but
nothing
Kane's
like Kane.
Always out, man. I don't know what they're doing over there. I don't know, man, because it seems to me like he's been really out of shape in the past couple years, and that might be contributing to the back stuff. Because the healthier your body composition is, the healthier your entire body is. Just you see that in guys that are overweight, they tend to get injured a lot more. They're a lot more fragile, and whenever they're training real hard, as well as I do, training real hard, that puts a huge stress on your body.
Oh, yeah.
So, you see Kane, for the past 3 or 4 weigh-ins, he doesn't look like a heavyweight ass-kicking machine. He looks like a dude that could...
Yeah, he don't look like the same dude that took the belt.
He used to be a lean, mean little ass whooper.
The dude that took out Lesnar.
Yeah,
But he did fuck up Travis Brown. Wasn't that his last fight?
Oh, yeah, that was his last fight. But he was big for that one, too. And apparently he fought that fight, his back was hurting, too, which is another thing. Overweight guys hurt their back a lot. So, it's just, I don't know. There's a whole thing with that.
Yeah, I hope that fight happens. I think JDS, I think those 10 rounds of ass whooping by Kane, and then that war with Stipe, I think his chin's not going to be the same. He's not going to be the same fighter, dude.
He got his ass knocked out by Overeem, too.
Getting your ass whooped in a cage, legit, the second, third fight against Kane, he did nothing for 10 rounds. 10 rounds, he got murked, just demolished.
That's hard.
The corner should have thrown the towel. If the corner would have thrown the towel in the second round of both fights, he would have such a longer career. But
yeah, his career longevity is fucked.
Yeah,
and it's because just a string of those fights, man. The dude's got he's had an awesome run in the UFC. It's just, what more is there that he really can do? He's dead set at the top. There's not really many guys he can't. Not really that he can't, but hasn't, fought and beaten. They're not going to do a Kane rematch. They're not going to do... If the UFC ever does a fight number 4 for anybody, I'm going to stop watching.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Bellator did that with one of the Pitbull brothers and Daniel Strauss. And it's just Strauss and Pitbull 4. We promise we won't do it again. It's just like, shit, man. Like, what's the point of winning 4? Because, like, say the guy that's got 2 wins gets another win. They want to do the 5th one to prove that they won the series. So it's just like, I don't know.
I can't wait till there's a World Series where it's the best of 7.
Oh my god.
Royce Gracie, Ken Shamrock, 7.
It's on again.
And again.
And again.
And once more. That's just the taglines. It's just
once more.
The 3rd one, it's just, they're back. The 4th one, again. 5th one, and again. 6th one, one more time.
One more time.
7, we swear to God, that's it.
Oh, man.
They're fucking 83 just in there fighting.
Dude, I would... Personally, what I would like to see with the heavyweights and JDS, really, is if, and this is a real big if, but that'd be cool, if... I don't know, fuck it, I'm going to say whoever wins that fight.
Are you going to say Derek Lewis?
Derek Lewis and Mark Hunt.
Hell yeah, dude.
I think that if Derek Lewis beats Mark Hunt, he should totally either... I don't know. I don't know if he should be clamoring for a title shot, but
no, he should get JDS after that.
Yeah, that'd be a super
Mark
dope
Hunt,
fight.
The winner of that gets JDS. I'm down.
That'd be super cool.
Didn't JDS beat Mark Hunt, though?
JDS, that's why I said at first, like, just Derek Lewis, but, like, I would like to see a rematch with Mark Hunt.
I hate watching Mark Hunt fight, dude. I hate it.
He's super sloppy, but god damn does he deliver the power from hell.
Yeah, I guess for Stipe, all that's up there is Kane or Ngannou. That's what you're hoping for. Everyone's hoping for Kane, but I think it'll probably be Ngannou if Kane can get healthy.
Unless Frank Mir makes a comeback.
Fucking god.
Frank Mir versus Derek Lewis.
Frank Mir.
2K17.
That's 211, son. We covered it.
Yep, we did it.
The one we're going to cover right now, because before fights, the Thursday before, I try to preview the fights coming up, but this fight card coming up, not 212, they have one in between. It's Teixeira Gustafsson.
Fuck.
But then every card after that, every fight after that, I don't know a single person. So just give me your prediction, Gustafsson, Teixeira in Sweden.
Man, Gustafsson. I can't... Damn, man, it's weird. Gustafsson's career is super shaky and flaky.
I don't buy his hype, dude. He had one fight against Jones where Jones didn't train for 2 weeks.
I don't know. I like Gustafsson.
I do too,
cool
but
I
don't think he's as good as people give him credit for. Or I'm sorry, I don't think he's that good.
Yeah. Wait, you said it right that time.
Did I say it right the first time?
I just fuck, man. After the. I thought he was badass coming up to get the title shot, but shit, man, when the fight he put on against John Jones, I personally think he beat John Jones. And
I can see it.
Yeah,
I don't stand by that, but I can see it.
It was a crazy fight, man, and like craziest 205 fight in history. Definitely the craziest 205 title fight in history.
Well, but once he got murked by Johnson, dude, I think his career's been on a downward spiral.
Yeah, that threw me off. But then that one threw me way off.
He beat Manawa.
Yeah, he beat Manawa, and then he beat that Jans guy.
Yeah,
Jans Blakawa, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Beat that guy, and now I guess he's back on the way up, but, like, I don't know, Teixeira's kind of old news. He just beat a dude who's not even in the top 15.
I think that fight's going to be terrible. That's why I didn't want to do a separate podcast for this.
It's going to be a bad time. We don't need to spend too much time talking about it.
I'm going to say Gustafsson.
I'm going to say Gustafsson.
Just because he's at home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they're in Sweden.
Last time he was in Sweden, Anthony Johnson killed him.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Because he was beating everybody's ass. I remember when he whooped Thiago Alves's ass in Sweden. That was cool as hell. Thiago Silva.
There you go.
That was a badass fight in Sweden. Even though Thiago Silva really didn't know what the fuck to do, but Gustafsson was just on his bike whooping his ass. It was cool.
All right, dude, I'm going to tell you about my injury, then you plug your shit and promote your fight and tell us how your camp's going and everything. But I'm going to tell you about my injury first, why I can't train, why I haven't been back. So, my last fight was a year and a half ago, and I got a sweet knee to the face, right on the side of, like, the right eye. You were there.
Hell yeah.
Fucked up. So you remember the knee caught me, like, right on the side?
I heard it right from the 6th row.
It was very loud. You should have heard it in my head. It was crazy. And
did it sound like somebody popping an air ball, like a?
It sounded like someone
gum?
took a bat and cracked me across the side of the head with it.
Oh, see, everybody else, like to everybody in the crowd, it sounded like you got a pig really sweaty, and you just threw a fucking basketball at it. Like, can you imagine what that sounds like?
Blap.
Blap.
No, It's a crack sound. Like, it sounds like if someone just snapped a branch.
Yeah.
Like, it was loud, dude. But to my credit, I was not knocked out. It just hurt very badly. And anyway, doesn't matter. Lost that. He hit me right on the temple, like right by the right side of the eye. And I was like bending down as he ran in with like a flying knee. So it was just a clusterfuck.
Can I mention that this was an illegal knee?
I don't know if it was illegal, dude. I can't say that.
I think it was super illegal. Because everybody was justifying it with, oh, he hit him in the chest. And I'm like, yeah, he definitely didn't get hit in the chest. I want that to be a known factoid right now. I was pissed because I was in the crowd and I was like, well, I don't have a band to go backstage and yell at fucking what's going on over here because Mr. Guy with fucking 9 fights just hit a debut.
Daniel
like
almost
that.
got kicked out for trying to fuck with the ref, who I can't say names, but do you remember that? He was yelling at him.
He told me that he was very pissed off.
And then he pushed the ref, and the ref was like, I know who you are. You won't ever fight in this place again. Get out and he kicked all my corner out of the cage. So I'm sitting there after a loss, fucking don't know where I'm at, like just sitting there, sad. There's no corner. No one around me that can talk to me. It's just me by myself. If you look at the pictures,
they didn't even leave Alicia in there?
No, it was James, my dad, and Daniel.
They didn't even leave James and his beard
No, they
in
had
there?
to kick them all out. And so his whole corner's in there. They're celebrating, and I'm by myself in the fucking corner. So sad.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so I take the knee. That was a year and a half ago. About a year ago, every now and then I would start seeing double, but then I'd like wipe my eyes and I could see straight again.
Huh.
And then over the last few months, it's gotten so bad to where I only see double vision. Like I see 2 of you.
Ugh.
I see 2 of you. I see 2 of this microphone.
Twice the handsome.
And it's just getting... I have the weirdest boner looking at 2 of you. I don't know. My dick's never hurt so much just trying to press through these jeans right now. No, So I see 2 of everything, and it's only getting worse. Like, the last month has been terrible. Like, it's progressive. Like, every few days it gets noticeably worse. So I went to a doctor, remember, because of the glaucoma thing I was telling you about?
Hell
They,
yeah,
they thought I had glaucoma.
Smoking a weed. Kim Jong-un did it for his glaucoma, Scott. But I think he's dead now, so... No, that was Kim Jong-il did it for his glaucoma.
That's what I gotta do, man. No, I don't have glaucoma. So, they tried to give me this prescription that didn't help, so they sent me to a specialist, who I went and saw a few weeks ago. And they told me... They took scans, and the muscle in my right eye doesn't work right from trauma-related incidents. So it's obviously from that fucking knee.
Yeah.
It has to be. And they said my eye was weak, and then the trauma happened. So basically what's happening is the muscle's not working right, and it's pulling my right eye in. Like, if I don't get it fixed, I'll have a mean lazy eye.
Ugh.
And I don't want that. But it's causing me...
I hate it when bitches have lazy
So
eye.
it's causing me to see double. So what they have to do, it's disgusting. They have to... They knock me out, and then they pull my eye to the side, and they take like a razor blade, and they slit my eye open, and they took 2 metal hooks, and they put them in my eye, and pull the muscle through, and they reattach it where it needs to go, sew it shut. Then when they sew it shut, they leave the 2 stitches hanging out, and then they wake me up, and they pull on the string to straighten my eye out until I can see straight, and then they cut the strings off. And then I gotta wait a few weeks after that. So I haven't been able to train because I can't get hit in the eye anymore.
Yeah.
Then I have to go get that surgery, and I have a consultation in 2 weeks to talk about it. And we're praying they say I can fight again because they literally have to sew my eye back together and shit, and I don't.
Jesus.
And they don't know how that's gonna go. So even if I am allowed to fight again, it's gonna be. They said with 1 week I can't do any heavy lifting or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's not fully healed until about 8 weeks, so I can't go get hit in it for another 2 months.
Another 2 months. Man, that fucking blows.
I was on track to... I had just started training with them. I got 1 session in, and I loved it. And then all this shit... I went to the doctor, and they told me all this shit. I was trying to get a smoker in June, July, somewhere around there. That's fucked.
Yeah.
I'm not fighting until the fall if I can even fight again.
Jesus. Oh my god.
But no, there's a chance that I'm just done. Like if I get hit in the... And that was my thing. I asked them, I was like, "How can I fight again?" They're like, "You might go blind." And I'm like, well, hopefully the surgery doesn't...
So you can be like the guy from Never Back Down 2.
I never saw that shit.
Dude, it was bad, man. I watched it.
I'll be like Michael Bisping, dog.
I was with a friend of mine who is a girl, and she'll remain nameless. And we're hanging out, and she goes, "Hey, let's watch a really shitty movie together." And I go...
Immediately Never Back Down 2.
No, I have lived my life like a good Christian boy, and I have avoided that god-awful movie. I knew it was god-awful. Like, It's Never Back Down 2. The first one was passable. The sequel to a passable movie has never once been not good. Or no, it's never not been awful. And so we're looking at awful movies, and I go, well, if you want to watch a shitty movie, we'll just pass Never Back Down 2. Thinking, wow, out of all the stupid things I say, this isn't going to resonate with her, and she's not going to take me serious.
Oh, that one went in, and she absorbed it.
That's what, winky face. And then we picked a movie. Oh, that was gross. We should have just a segment where we talk about my sex life. That way I don't have to make awful jokes like that.
If we want to have a gross segment, we should talk about my sex life.
Oh, man.
And all the ones I've been with.
Oh.
The lack of standards. Let's not do this right now.
Yeah, we're still talking about Never Back Down 2.
Well, you found out about my injury. We covered UFC 211. Tell us about your fight camp, everything going on in your life. Tell us about your your business, everything.
Man, right now I'm working, right now we're actually we're still in a little bit of the launching phase. I've still got like a few clients that I work with every week with my meal prep company, everything that I make. I basically did my last camp and I cooked for myself the whole time. And that's the only way I'm ever able to stay on camp or on diet. And I actually got in the best shape of my career, just eating my own stuff and, really figuring out things that I needed to eat on my weight cut. It was great. I was able to do my dehydration cut and not feel crappy the week of the fight. I had a lot of energy. I never go running the week of the fight because I never have enough energy because I'm dehydrating myself. But man, this time I was running like 8 miles every day, feeling good. And I rehydrated all the way back up. So all my, I basically got the whole nutrition side of the fighting spectrum done and down, and that's just another part that's pushing us forward in my career. But this is the meal prep. I have a lot of cool clients. Some clients get 2 orders a week, or 1 order a week, or 1 order bi-weekly, and it's pretty great. I've always got new people hitting me up, wanting to try it out. And I looked up in the area, and I have kind of the best bargains going around for meal prep and meal prep services. Everything that I go and I buy from the grocery store, it's 100% organic, 100% farm raised, 100%, no antibiotics, no HGH, any of that. Because, I can't have garbage in my system. And, one of the things I go by with my company is that I don't put anything in my clients' mouths that I wouldn't put in myself. And I can't be, if I'm on diet, because God knows, Scott knows my diet when I'm not in training camp.
It's disgusting. It is utterly repulsive.
It's a bad time, man. But I feed my clients how I like to feed myself whenever I'm in training camp, getting ready to kick people in the tummy. And I know I can't eat crap, so I know they can't eat crap either.
Well, tell them your prices and how to get up with you. That way, if anyone's interested.
If anybody's interested, hit me up on Facebook, Jordan Zendejas. It's my profile picture will be a handsome tan man.
Well, that's debatable, that first part, but it's definitely a guy with a belt on.
Definitely a belt. There's definitely a belt.
Well, I mean, I've tagged you in it, so click on his shit. You can find, or what about Instagram? They like direct message you there.
Instagram, Twitter, direct message me at BicepGod. Also on Snapchat. I actually did oddly enough have someone directed toward me via email. If you're still into that.
Well, if you're going to go that far, if anyone has a carrier pigeon they'd like to just fly an order to me, I'll get back to you within 3 to 6 months, provided the bird doesn't die.
I really did get an email, and this is from one of my biggest clients. It's super weird, man, but you never know. If you guys need to hit me up on email, it is jznwcc94@hotmail.com.
God forbid anyone email you, but
no, it's at Gmail. But yeah, don't email me. Go to my Twitter or my Facebook or
at BicepGod.
At BicepGod. But yeah, and that is pretty much it on the business front with my meals.
I can say that I've watched him. I've known him for a long time, and he's something he's actually very dedicated to, which is. There's certain things where he just kind of passes on it, but this, I watch him prep his meals. I've been there to watch him cook. He does a very good job and has very good prices, so I advocate it. But now let's hear about your fight coming up. I know you're feeling good with the last performance.
Oh yeah, man. I'm trying to build off the momentum of that last fight. You know, we're gonna be fighting in Houston August 26th for KO Dynasty Fighting Championships, and hopefully I'll be one of the marquee fights on the card. I know a lot of big local talent from Houston is gonna be on that card, so it's gonna be a huge honor to share the ring with some of these guys on a kickboxing and an MMA hybrid show. So that's going to be my first time fighting in one of those. It's going to be really cool, and I'm trying to pack the house with all my fans, all my family, all my friends. And it looks so far like we're going to have a pretty dope turnout. And I'm fighting for the promotion's brand new, so it's also an honor to be on the inaugural show for that. And, we're training hard right now, not taking any off days. Some days are light days, but those are my rest days. And I'm, kicking butt, getting my diet down, doing an exhibition match on the 27th of this month in Tomball, actually, helping out with an event for my friend in that area for his gym. So it should be the journey on to this fight should be pretty great. I don't know much about the guy that I'm fighting. I've just heard that he's a street fighter who doesn't train very much. But,
that should be a fun time.
Oh yeah, it'll be a good time.
Unless he's like Jorge Masvidal and that we don't know. Just a young Jorge.
If he comes at me like Jorge Masvidal, I'm gonna come at him like Damian Maia in a Muay Thai match. I'm gonna do it. I mean, there's a way to stall dudes, but like this guy's apparently a street fighter. He's a brawler. Doesn't train much, and I'm just like.
That's sometimes a scarier opponent, dude. They don't know any different. They're just gonna come in throwing.
I know. I'm excited for it, man.
Should be fun.
Because I get these dudes that don't want to treat it like a match. They just want to treat it like a tough man competition. So, if this guy wants to come in and be one of those guys again, I'm gonna kick his liver off. And then if he wants to try and go out there and be technical with me, I really don't think there are many guys, especially at my weight, in the area that's gonna do anything to me in the technique front. And then as far as, being faster or stronger, I'm one of the biggest guys in the weight class. And I know I'm one of the fastest. So, I mean,
you're definitely an anomaly for your division.
It's pretty weird, dude.
I'm an anomaly for my division in a shitty way that I'm just like a foot taller than everyone because I'm skinny as fuck. Like, everyone I fight's 5'3", 5'4". I'm fucking 5'9", 5'10".
It's a good time.
So I'm just lanky. He's just athletic. That's bullshit.
It's pretty fun, dude. I can do flips and shit,
but
for no reason.
I'm definitely gonna have you back on before your fight. So whenever you get opponents and it's close to your fight, because there's more UFC fights. If you want to keep recapping them with me, dude, you can keep coming back on.
Hell yeah, I like talking about fighting.
I like talking about fighting.
I like talking
gay
about.
As hell.
I like talking about fighting. I like talking about eating 16 donuts.
I like talking about eating ass cards.
Dude, I like eating ass. It's an activity. I like doing some eating ass.
Like, it's just you have it on your Tinder profile. It's like hobbies include fighting, running, eating ass, talking about donuts,
doing eating ass.
Doing eating ass. I think that's a good place to stop, dude.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Well, we broke it down. Thanks, brother.
Hell yeah. Y'all have a good day, players.
Keep on BUFUing.